What you just heard was the Milkman The Amp 50 with reverb and trem engaged, and for the solo bit I used a Boss looper and a Cornerstone Gladio. The Milkman is now going from the pedal out into the effects loop return of the tube amp expander. So I'm using the cab simulation, mic simulation from the tube amp expander. The Milkman also has a cab sim built in, which you'll hear in a bit. Well, I can think of some things that you can do with it, but we'll leave it like this. So this has all the knobs you would expect to get from an amp. It's got volume, treble and bass, and this controls reverb, and this controls the tremolo, the depth and the rate of the tremolo. And you have two switches to turn the tremolo and reverb on and off. This is the master volume. So if you want the maximum amount of headroom, you crank the master volume and then dial in the amount of volume you need. And it'll stay clean until about 11 o'clock like this, maybe a little bit of grit with humbuckers, but it'll be super clean with single coils. And it really works well when you have the amp attached to a cab, or as I'm using it right now with the pedal out. When you're using headphones, I do it the other way around because it's really loud with headphones and I don't want to go deaf. So I set the volume where I want and then dial in the master. So you gotta experiment a bit. Each situation is different, of course. Let's take a look at the back panel so you can see all the jacks. Here we go. Is this in focus? I think so. Here we have the speaker out. You can attach a 4, 8 or 16 ohm cap. At 8 ohms it'll be 50 watts and at 4 ohms 25, at 16 it'll be 100 watts. You don't need to set the ohmage, it'll just take any cap that you attach to it if it's 4, 8 or 16 ohms. You can do that with a speaker cable or a speak-on cable. Then there is the ground lift. If you encounter any noise, just flip this switch and it'll probably help. And this is the XLR out, which you can use to go to a mixer or a recorder or your interface. This switch turns the cab sim on or off, and the cab sim goes to the balanced out and the headphone jack. So if you are using IRs or cab sims in your computer, then you can switch off the cab sim. This is the pedal out. You can use it as a pedal, you can put it on your pedal board, go straight into a guitar amp or into another pedal. So this is called pedal out, and here you attach the guitar, and on the front is the headphone jack. And it just looks really, really beautiful. Can it replace a guitar amp? Well, not for everyone, but for me, it would be able to replace a guitar amp, and I would happily gig with something like this. If you're somebody that's used to overdriving the power tubes, playing loud, overdriven amps, it will overdrive, but it has a solid state power section, which doesn't get you the sag you would get from cranking a full tube amplifier. I have to say though, the cab sim, the built-in cab sim, isn't the best out there. It works. But you know, for headphones with practicing, it's brilliant because I sit on the couch, I have this thing on the armrest and then just strum away with headphones on and I'm not bothering anybody, which is really nice. So it's a super complete package. What I'm gonna do now is attach the Milkman to the interface with the balanced XLR out so you can hear what it sounds like with just the amp. Be right back. Okay, so Milkman attached to the interface via the XLR out. And I put on some headphones so I can hear what I'm doing. I adjusted the levels a bit, but most of it is the same. Dialed back on treble a bit as well. All right, here we go. All right. Let's crank the volume a bit so you can hear a bit of the preamp breakup. I'm gonna adjust the master volume to prevent clipping. No, we're good. It's there, but it's not really beautiful, I think. So back to the clean tone. Then with the ra-ra clone. Gives it a more of a warm edge, I think. Sounds better to me, at least, than with Gladio. Tones, a lot of tones. Yesterday I posted a question on Instagram if you guys would like to see anything in particular. So I'm gonna pick out a few replies. William John Bennett, some blues licks would be nice for a change. Mr. Miggle, work an octopus into a clon in it. That I can do. I don't play blues licks, come on man. More fuzz. Marcus Deluxe, you polishing it. Toby _S_we, capture without cabinet. Do I need an IR? No, you don't need an IR. With a built-in capsin, which you're hearing now, you can use it like this. But you can turn it off and then use any capsim you like to get it sounding just right for you. Gnarly gain pedals in front of it, not high gain, but fuzz and heavy overdrive. Fairfield circuitry, unpleasant surprise. Sounds like this. And then let's do both channels of the Gladio. How fast pushes it? Well, really well, I'd say. Here's the Isle of Tone. Hey, 69. And then the, wait, tap dancing, Chase Bliss Automaton, oh, whoops, Chase Bliss Automaton Fuzz. Do you also play metal? You playing in Joker costume. Why the fuck do you all want me to dress up? Ambient blues. I've never heard of ambient blues, but maybe it goes something like this. Alright, that's it with the Milkman. I think I covered a lot of stuff. I think I answered a lot of questions, but if you still have questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments down below, and please subscribe to the channel, of course, it would help me enormously. If you want to support my work, you can do so on Patreon, where you can find all kinds of exclusive content. Hope to see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.